So I'm going to be reading a few things for you guys now. Why do you need these indicators? Pros trade without them. I've seen it in other videos. MACD and RSI are for noobs. Real trading is pure price action. Another one, shows you can trade without using your algorithms. Another one, all those indicators just lag, clean, chart or nothing. Okay, look guys.
Challenge accepted. No.
If people ask, I have to deliver. Watch the video to the end and see what we can do using this. Don't miss it, don't skip it. Let's go. Okay, so immediately drawing our attention to the fact that we have a 30 minutes chart here. I'll be changing the time frame as we are looking for patterns, of course. So this is possibly the most famous one, you know, the double top. It looks like two local maximums next to each other. You can see it here, two peaks. I've highlighted this straight line, which is called the neckline. It's an important part of the pattern as it's breakout signals a buy or a sell. So I everywhere highlighted it for me. This is our level, the signal line, and we have a false breakout. Let's see how this looks on lower time frames. So we're switching to a 1 minute chart here, and here is a completely different picture. So we see that the downward breakout of the neckline twice led the pullback. So I'm taking a long position. So let's break down the situation again. Here's an attempt to break the neckline followed by a second attempt. So it's clear that the price here is appealing and the buyers are ready to push the quote higher. So right away, the asset confirms my analysis with growth while we are waiting. Here's a tip on chart analysis. You need, higher time frame sometimes. So now on the 10 minutes chart, the graph shows a triple top, which is called head and shoulders. This is an equipotent pattern with the same logic of breaking the neckline. So if we work with the minute chart, we might not see macro patterns, but we can find, small graphical formations here and there. So, and yes, our first example today is very good because pros have a rule. False breakouts are also, an important signal. So I close the first trade here. I'm entering the market again. We see a false breakout play out. Okay. It's possible that the same double top on the 30-minute chart will get a third local maximum, becoming a triple top. So let's try analysis for the most boring, working with the daily chart here. Here's our maximum scale with months of trading. So I see something here. Almost all patterns have a complete opposite. In the case of double top, it's the double bottom. And here you can see it right there on the screen right now. I just highlighted it. I'm also highlighting the neckline, and as you can see here, there were serious breakout battles around it. There were false breakouts, retest, and eventually, the asset started rising. This is the stage we are in now. Now let's return to our working skills. Our trade is in profit. Congratulations to me, of course. It's time to change the chart. So now we are trading the downside. So we have a pattern called a fan or a divergent wedge. I connected the lows and the highs getting the megaphone shape. The price moved within its boundaries. Volatility increased and eventually this happened. But this didn't, lead to success. A repeated downward breakout solidified the seller's success. Now the asset is definitely going to fall. So many beginners wonder where these patterns come from and why they work. It's the effect of, self-fulfilling prophecies. People will see a pattern come in and expect it to play out. That's how people are. So they open trades based on, pattern logic, and it works out. That's it. The market draws the figures because they know they exist. So successful trades behind us, friends. Now I'm going to be switching the chart. Let's go. Okay, so we're going short again, and here we have a similar situation. A fan in the opposite direction, which some call a wedge, though others might call it a triangle. We see the price squeezed out within a narrowing formation here with a clean breakout downwards. No retest or false breakout here. So now we have a small correction, and I entered right at the end. There's no room to fall, so we wait. Here's another interesting observation. I love beautiful moments on the charts. Let me mark this one for you with a line. So here's a formed support level that turned into resistance right here. The market has its own logic, doesn't it? We're going to be seeing here. And it does, of course, because this level is not visible, it's just to us. Thousands of people open positions near its boundary. That's why we saw a reversal. And it brought us money. I think this chart will bring us, one more trade. So taking a short pause, now we'll continue right away. I hope you're enjoying the content, and those who wanted to see it, I hope you're satisfied. But personally, I'm missing some indicators. Same old RSI to see oversold conditions or the boundaries, of the Keltner channel. I'm in the market and ready to grab another $200 here. So returning to the topic of indicators and my intuitive desire to add them, I'll say it straight. Trading is worse without them. So for some reason, a lot of guys believe in videos from those who trade without algorithms and think that's where all the trading mastery lies. It's already 2025, so mastery now means knowing how to use technology. My team launched its own neural network for automated trading. It's a complex software that already shows 72% accuracy. It's the best offer on the market right now. I know what I am talking about when it comes to this, so I'm going to be telling it to you for absolutely free. We don't need other people's money, so we are giving access to everyone who wants it. All you need to do to be one of us is click the link in the description below, message me on Telegram saying I want the software. I'm locking in a successful trade right now, getting ready to switch the chart. Another fan on the 3 minutes time frame, I plan to trade its inner part. That's allowed too, of course. Let's see it here. So a long trade, and here's what we see again. I connect all the flows and the lows and the highs, and getting this kind of formation here. So now we've got everything we need. Here's the bounce from the lower boundary. The fan is heading towards the upper part. So waiting for a positive development. I'm confident we'll succeed here. So let me add a bit of criticism to our trading here. Our friends, technical analysis and chart patterns are always very subjective. Yeah, when I say a wedge, you might see a double top. Yes, patterns have a self-fulfilling prophecy effect, but that's not for that to work. Patterns were visible to everyone and not just you. By taking profit and getting ready, to repeat for now. Let's reinforce the pattern. It must be noticeable and unambiguous to everyone. So choose the most, visually clear patterns that we have. So I'm back in position, no comments. We're heading to the upper part of the fan. Now, here's a tip for working with recognizable patterns. Use a higher time frame, guys. We're on the 3 minutes chart here, and we've only got, short-term traders, which means that many don't see what we see. So if I move up to the, hourly or daily time frames, I'll see the picture that banks, brokers and corporations work with. As to that, you have to make your own conclusions. The most reliable signals are always on higher time frames, but you can still take money from small patterns because patterns reflect the logic of price movements. They show its trajectory. So yes, the self-fulfilling effect is there, but price action works too. So we got a risk. We got our first loss today. It's not a problem. I'm increasing the risk. The market situation hasn't changed. It's just that I opened the position at the wrong time. So let me remind you what we're waiting for here. Still far from the targets. We haven't reached it. The first checkpoint here is here to be reached. So we're going to keep working. This is either my last or second to last trade for today. My goal is to show that trading solely on patterns is possible. The question is, should you really trade like that? So we've got indicator analysis, price action, technical analysis, candlestick work. By the way, I recommend reading Steve Nissen on the topic. And yes, we do use indicators here. Let's combine it all. I'll take into account formations on higher time frames. I'll do technical analysis. I'll look for candlestick signals, and I'll use that. I'll use at least one indicator to do all that. So that's my style, but yours might be different. As for me, I've got a profitable position, loss recovered, time to wrap up, but I've decided to go for one last trade. So waiting for the right moments, and it seems like it won't get any better. I'm entering the market right now. The fan hasn't formed yet, but let's see what the big money is doing. What are they trading on Wall Street? So the hourly chart is drawing a cup. Here's a reversal. It's a reversal formation with a very smooth setup right here. So the asset is paused here, and we're already seeing growth signals. It's better to see a handle like this, but sometimes this pattern works even without it. So eventually the price should break through the line of the cup and its handle, but we won't see that anymore, or at least you won't. So let's return to the minimal time frame and witness my victory on this trade. So everything should be perfect here. And yes, a literature tip: if you want to study, try chase pattern, Jack Schrager's technical analysis is your go-to. It's highly recommended. Excellent, closing in profit, ready to wrap things up, and let's go. So $1,500, what? $1,500 in working with 1 hour. You see that if you want to achieve something like this, if you want to grow your account too, it's very easy. All you need to do, send me a message on Telegram. The link is in the description below. That'll be all for today, guys. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.